The following is a presentation of the Missouri Sports Network.
Hey, welcome once again to the Missouri Sports Network, MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. Certainly glad you've tuned in here, coming to you live from the Pizza Ranch studio. As always, we welcome to the show Carl Junction head coach, Coach Brad Shorter, and Coach, you guys have had a tremendous season. I say off to a start, 29-1. Kind of break down the season up to this point as you head into the Final Four.
Yeah, you bet. We've had a terrific season to this point. We started off with our tournament like we do every year. It's a good tournament to have at home. We were fortunate to win that. Played Nevada in the finals of that tournament. We turned around and went to the Tournament of Champions in Fort Smith, Arkansas. And that was a great tournament for us, just a highly competitive tournament, a lot of great teams, a lot of different brands of basketball. We were able to get to the championship in that game as well. We played Sapulpa, Oklahoma in the championship, and they got us. That's that loss that we have. Unfortunately, we didn't have Kylie in that game, so that made a difference, obviously. But so Sapulpa is a really good team. They ended up winning a state championship a few days ago in Oklahoma. So a great team there. A quick turnaround. We went. That was a Thursday, Friday, Saturday tournament. Then we played in another tournament Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday in Mack County. We're able to win that tournament against Bentonville West. I wanted to, going into the season, wanted to challenge our kids. I got to thinking, we played like 7 games in 9 days. So it was really tough on us. But at the same time, we kind of faced some adversity, and it was good for our group. We had Stratford right before the Christmas break, and we had a great game here at home. And as you know, Stratford is an exceptional team, exceptional program, and Coach Larson, I've known him for a long time, is a fabulous guy and does a great job with them. We got out of there with a win, and then we went to Christmas break. One thing that we've kind of always done here at CJ is I like our kids to have a Christmas break and to be with their families, and gives me a chance to go scout some games and we can practice and work on some things for the upcoming conference schedule. Coming out of Christmas break, we saw Republic and Nixa in the same week. When that schedule, when the COC conference schedule came out, and I saw Nixa and Republic in the same week, oh my gosh, this is going to be a tough week for us. But we were able to win both of those games, so that felt good. The first 2 games of the conference, getting those against such high quality programs. And then we continue with our conference. Carthage, Branson, Webb, Ozark, just a number of great teams in our conference. Willard, everyone, you got to bring your A game every night in our conference. But, we had some close ones that were good games for us, maybe to help us down the stretch, we hope. We went to Webb and it was a 3-point ball game. That was actually our last game of the season, regular season game. And we knew that we would potentially see them in a district championship game if we were fortunate, and we did. And so that was a good win for us, and we played pretty vanilla really in that first matchup, but saw them in the district championship and played well, did some nice things, and kind of had a little bit bigger lead in that game. And then here recently we had Lincoln College Prep up in Sedalia for our quarterfinal. And just a very athletic team that does a number of things in transition. We were able to kind of control that piece and get a win there.
Very good, Coach. Coming out of a 23-8 season a year ago, what did you have to replace due to graduation? Who are some of the folks that you had to replace, and who are kind of filling in those roles?
Yeah, I thought we had a really good season last year, especially with the last 2 years. Unfortunately, we've had some key injuries. Last year was Jessa Hilton, who was an all-conference player, and Jessa's a super athletic player for us. She to be able to replace 12, 13 points a game and some of the steals and some of the things defensively that she was able to do for us was really difficult. She actually had an ACL injury in volleyball, late in volleyball season, so we didn't have her the entire season. So that made it difficult. Year before, Kylie had broken her wrist and that our arm, and that made a really difficult for our team heading into the season. So it's been some adversity that we've had to face going into this season, knowing that we were 23-8 last year. We knew that we had to replace, obviously, Jessa, and probably one of the biggest replacements that we had to find was for Ellie Lawson. Ellie Lawson was a key member on our team last year that, she didn't score a lot of points. She didn't get a lot of rebounds or anything like that. Her numbers weren't real high, but what she did on the floor was tremendous, just with her hustle and willingness to give the ball up whenever to whoever. Just the ultimate team player. She's a glue on our team last year. So being able to replace those two is going to be huge coming into this year. We were able to do that. We had some kids step up, and we've had some kids off the bench step up and do a great job. One of those is here with us today, in Desi Williams. She's just been phenomenal for us. Rebounding the ball, scoring the ball, just an absolute treat to have on the team. So, we're fortunate this year. We're excited about where we're at. We just hope that we can continue this run and keep playing well.
And before we talk about the Final Four and your upcoming opponents, you've got young ladies there with you. Kind of start on whichever end you'd like, and we'll visit and tell us a little bit about them.
Yeah, you bet, man. You bet. I'm gonna start over here, just right behind me with my senior daughter. It's Hallie Shorter. Hallie, if you can raise your hand. Hallie's a senior for us, and she plays kind of a guard forward combo position. And then, Guy, would you like for me to introduce each one of them as they talk, or just go through all of them first?
We'll visit with Hallie first, and then we'll go to the next one. So, Hallie, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. So you're a senior.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about your role on the team and the season up to this point from your point of view.
Yeah. So this season has been honestly super fun. Probably the most memorable season of my high school basketball career. I think coming into it, we had some really big goals, and so we were really focused from the start. Every day in practice, we were just trying to better each other and have competitive practices just so we could get to where we wanted to be at the end of the year. And I think it's just been a super fun year. Our team has really great chemistry, and we really do get along and have a lot of fun when we're playing basketball. So it's just been a super awesome year, and it's honestly flown by.
Hallie, 2023, Hallie Shorter could go back to that 2019 freshman and give her some advice. What advice would you give yourself, knowing what you know now at this point?
Yeah, that season was super, super fun, super tough, honestly, with the end of it. I was fortunate enough to be a part of the undefeated team that season. And so I think I would just tell myself to soak it all in and just kind of take in all the little moments, because that season was our team made history, and I really just I don't think, get to soak in some of those little moments that I wish I would have. But I am really thankful to have that season be my freshman year and just get to learn and grow from all of those opportunities I had as a freshman.
From your freshman year till now, how has your role changed? Obviously, you've got a leadership role, and obviously you're bigger, you're stronger, but how has your role changed?
Yeah, so starting with my freshman year, I didn't get a lot of time necessarily on the varsity court, but getting to learn from those seniors and upperclassmen and watch them grow throughout the season was really awesome. Going into my sophomore year, my role kind of completely changed. Starting my sophomore year to not really getting a ton of time my freshman year, I just kind of had to learn that I had to step up for my team and do whatever I could to get us a win. And so learning from my sophomore year to junior and senior year, I've kind of just focused on taking care of the ball, just doing my role on defense, whether it be boxing out, rebounding, from however that looked. And then also just kind of my knowledge of the game is kind of what I value most, and making sure that I know what our team needs to do to win, and just kind of vocalize that on the court and make sure everyone's on the same page.
Now, being a senior, Do you have you made up your mind? Are you a senior?
Yes, yes.
Have you made up your mind about next year? I know you've got fish to fry between now and then, but have you decided what you're going to do at the next level?
Yeah, so as of now, I think I'm just going to focus on school, and this is kind of going to be the end of my career for basketball, which is very bittersweet. And I just hope that I can end this season on a win, and we can just enjoy these last few games and few practices that we have. But as of now, I think I'm just going to be focusing on school in the future.
Okay, and any particular area of study?
Yeah, so as of now, I'm planning on going to Pitt State, and I just was accepted into their honors college, and I'm really interested in the medical field. So whether that be biology, pre-dental, or nursing, focusing in anesthesia.
Well, I appreciate your time here today. Thank you so much, and
Thank you.
congratulations on a tremendous season, and good luck as you go forward.
Thank you.
Coach, who do we have next?
Yeah, next to Hallie, we have Destiny Berge. Destiny is the senior for us. Destiny, take it away.
Destiny, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Tell us a little bit about what your role is on the team.
I have an important role. I am one of the leaders and the captains on the team, and just being able to handle the ball and distribute it to my teammates and also score at the same time is just a huge role for our team. And especially since having these teammates, they make it easier every game.
Coming into this season, did you have any team goals or personal goals that you wanted to attain?
A goal for our team would definitely be to get where we are now. And since the past couple of years, we haven't been able to get past the quarterfinal game, and especially with 2020 with COVID happening, we just haven't got the experience to come win state.
If you could go back and give yourself some advice as a freshman, knowing what you know now, what advice would you give yourself?
Probably don't take things for granted, because you never know if it's going to be your last time or your last game or the last couple memories with your team.
It goes by so fast. I can remember being your age in some of those events like you're getting to participate in. Although I never went to a Final Four, don't confuse that. But it was an outstanding, and times you're never going to forget. But what are you looking forward to the most about this upcoming weekend?
I'm looking forward to playing with my teammates for the last 2 games of my high school career, because it is enjoyable and I do love all of them, and our chemistry is just great. And just spending time with them is great, and hopefully we can advance to the championship and win.
Very good. And what are your plans after high school?
I'm going to Pitt State to advance in my athletic and academic career.
In any particular area of study?
I'm just going to get my business degree, and then after college, I plan to go to cosmetology school.
Oh, very nice. Very nice. Well, Destiny, congratulations on a tremendous season, and good luck as you go into the weekend.
Thank you.
You bet. And Coach, who do we have next?
Well, real quick, Guy, I want her to go to cosmetology school so I can, have her work on this mop that I've got here. Next we have Kylie Scott. Kylie's in the middle. She's a 6'3" junior for us and plays in the post. Here's Kylie.
Kylie, who are you? How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm wonderful. I am wonderful. Tell us a little bit about your roles and responsibilities.
So my role on the team is to rebound and block shots. I'm he says I'm 6'3", I'm like 6'1". But I like to play like I'm 6'3". And I also add some scoring too for our team, but I just really pride myself on my defense inside. So that's my role.
As you look back through this season, was there a point maybe where you felt like, hey, we've got an opportunity to go on a run? And it may have been that week where you beat Nixon Republic in the same week. But was there some point during the season where you felt like, hey, we've got an opportunity here?
Yep. That's exactly the week. I thought I just really knew that we were good. Coming into the season, We won that first tournament, and we honestly played like really bad. And I was like, wow, I expect a lot more from us. And then we went to the next tournament, and we played pretty good. And then we were just playing okay throughout the season. And then we beat Republic, and then back to back we beat Nixa. And after that game, I remember thinking, wow, like we could literally win the state championship. And I was just so excited, and I was so ready because I honestly never really, I mean, I knew we were good. I mean, every single one of these girls is amazing at basketball, but I did not know that we could, like, actually have a chance. But that sounds terrible, but yeah.
Wow.
Well, what do you know about the team you've got coming up next in the semifinal in Cape Notre Dame?
They're really tall. They're skilled. They move the ball really well. But I think that if we go into the game really strong, start to finish, that we don't let each other down. I think that we can get a win if we just.
Play hard.
So they actually are 6'3", not 6'1".
Yeah.
Her dad, hey guy, her dad told me she's 6'2" and 3/4 with no shoes on. When she stands straight up, problem is she won't stand straight up all the time. So
And who plays basketball without their shoes on?
exactly, that's exactly right.
Very good. Well, hey, congratulations on a great season, and good luck here as you go into this weekend.
Thank you.
You bet. Coach, and who do we have next?
All right, man. Next we have Chloe Burke. Chloe Burke is a senior guard for us. So Chloe, how about it?
Chloe, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I've never been better. But just once I'd like to be better. But tell us a little bit about what your roles and responsibilities are.
Yeah, so my role on the team is pretty much defense, I would say. I mean, offense, I like to give other people the ball and I like to make assists. But I would say defensively, I'm just really aggressive out on the court.
So do you maybe man up against maybe the other team's best player?
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that. How do you get prepared for that?
Honestly, I feel like it's more mental than it is physical. I think a lot of the time whenever I'm out of breath or just dying or out of shape, I just tell myself, like, no, it doesn't matter, like, next play. And then I also just give it my all no matter what. So, yeah.
So tell us about some of the assignments, challenging assignments that you've drawn this season.
Yeah, I would say one is definitely in the Republic game, trying to guard Cayman. That was definitely challenging just because she's such a great player and she can move really well.
Very good. What are you looking forward to about the upcoming weekend?
Obviously hanging out with everyone. I'm also looking forward to going and winning it all. So, yeah.
And being a senior, what plans, if any, have you made for next year?
Sorry, what?
What are your future plans?
Oh, great question, honestly. So I'm thinking about psychology or social work, and I thought about going to Missouri State and not playing basketball, but I'm also kind of considering playing basketball. So it's kind of up in the air right now.
Yeah, so psychology, social work, is that based, I mean, are there family members in that field, or is it just because of the people sitting around you, you thought maybe I can help them?
Yeah, I could help some of them, definitely. They need some work now.
That's good.
Everyone needs work. But the reasoning behind social work or psychology is I really like the advocating part. I like standing up for others. And I'm a really outspoken person, if you know me.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's really the reason why I want to do that.
All right. Well, Chloe, congratulations on a tremendous season, and best of luck as you go on the weekend. And we hopefully we get to visit with you next week.
Thank you.
Bet. And Coach, who do we have next?
All right. Hey, guy, we have Desi Williams. Desi is a sophomore for us. And, boy, she's had a tremendous year as well. So here's Desi.
Desi, how are you?
I'm good.
Desi, tell us a little bit about being an underclassman, playing on a team that's 29-1. How do you deal with that? How do you get prepared mentally for a game? And maybe have you had to deal with nerves? Are you nervous a little bit maybe going into games?
Yeah, I have been nervous just because most of them has played like way more than I have. And coming into it, I felt like like a youngster kind of, and I had to try to play to their level. But if I figured out that if I just play my game and help them, then I'll be okay.
Well, at this point, you're a junior. You've already played an entire sophomore year, so you're an upperclassman now. More nervous before games or right now?
Oh. You say before games?
Or right now.
Or right now.
No, definitely before games.
Tell us what your role is. What position do you play, and what is your role in the team?
I'm like a forward guard. My role is kind of like rebounding, just helping the team whenever I have to and whatever I get put into. I just have to play as hard as I can and just help, I guess.
All right. Well, Desi, hey, congratulations and on a tremendous season, and go out and get the biggest trophy, and we'll talk to you next week.
Thank you.
Coach, and again, we're visiting with Carl Junction Lady Bulldogs and head coach Brad Shorter. And Coach Shorter, you've got Notre Dame, Cape Girardeau out of Notre Dame out of Cape Girardeau. What do you know about this team coming in at 23-5?
Well, Kylie was right. They move the ball exceptionally well. They got some good size. They're long. They rebound it well. Gosh, all four teams, I feel like at the Final Four are here for a reason, and they do a lot of the little things right. They're fundamentally sound. They take care of the basketball. They shoot it well from outside. We're going to have our work cut out for us. They've got three girls with the same last name. We're pretty sure that they're all sisters or related somehow. And I come from a family that played together with a brother and a couple cousins, so I know what that's like. So we're gonna go into this game and give it our best shot. I think one of the things that I plan to talk to our girls about today is not only is this team probably going to have good chemistry, but they've got blood, with the sister piece, and there's something to that. I growing up playing with my brother. There was that comfort level and that piece of knowing where he's going to be or what he's going to do on this particular play, and I'm sure they've got that. So they may have one up on us there. We're just going to have to do a good job of trusting one another and playing together to win.
And you talk about that. I believe you've got a nephew that'll be playing in the Final Four.
Yeah, two of them actually. Two of them.
Yep, that's right.
Yeah, two of them.
Right. Well, Coach, as you look at Notre Dame on film, is there a team that's on your schedule that you've played that you can kind of compare them to? Yeah,
that's funny that you ask, because that's what these girls asked me day one. Like, who would you compare them to, Coach? I guess the best way to put it is if they were in our conference, they would finish up towards the top as well. It's a very good team. Every team is just so different. One of the pieces that I told the girls is kind of a combination of teams, like a Willard, an Ozark, and a Bentonville West, and they run quite a bit of matchup zone similar to us. So I could certainly say, hey, that they've got some pieces that kind of reflect our team. So we just know that we're going to have to do a good job and be fundamentally sound and again, just trust one another. The Hayes in the barn is what we've been talking about. We put all the work in preparation. We just need to make sure that we go out and give it our best shot.
And between now and then, what are your travel plans? When are you coming to Springfield? And are you? I would guess you're staying overnight as well.
Yeah, we are. And Carl Junction's just a little over an hour to Springfield, but this is a good time for our kids. This is an opportunity for us to bond and have some experiences that these girls will never forget. I'll never forget. We kind of prepared, hoping that, maybe we could get to this point this year by having 2 overnight tournaments where we stayed Thursday and Friday nights. So that's our plan for this weekend. Is we're going to go up tomorrow. We got a little send off here at school, and all the buildings will kind of send us off, and we'll head up there, and we got a couple practice times scheduled. Obviously we got to eat, so we're going to make sure we eat, and the girls eat well. They like Chick-fil-A. I don't know why. It must be pretty good. No, it's really good stuff, and and we'll do that and have a couple sit down dinners while we're there. We're going to go watch the Kickapoo game and cheer on the Chiefs for sure with my nephews playing, and honestly just to kind of get the girls acclimated to the building, and feel good about it. We'll get some T-shirts while we're there and just have a good time. I think probably the biggest piece of this, and sometimes it gets overshadowed because of the trophy and winning, is being together and having that opportunity to play with one another and just make good friends and memories we'll never forget.
You won't forget them. You won't forget them. Well, Coach Shore, I greatly appreciate you setting this up. Ladies, thank you so much. It's been an honor to visit with you, and I'll be watching your game. And I wish you the best of luck, safe travels, and have a wonderful time. And it's something you're never going to forget. No matter the outcome, you're not going to forget it.
Thank
Awesome.
you.
Thank you.
You're watching the Missouri Sports Network at MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. And as always, the Missouri State Highway Patrol reminds us to take that 3 seconds and buckle up. It's 3 seconds that could save your life. Be safe, be smart, and be here tomorrow.